So, welcome everyone to the 2021 Castlevania Dracula X Advanced Strat tutorial. The hopes of this particular tutorial is to help a number of new runners get in the 14s and 15s. So we won't be going over too many of the super crazy strats, but notes for that are all on the Castlevania Speedrun wiki, and I absolutely encourage everyone to use that site as well. I'd also like to especially thank all of the people who have made Dracula X tutorials before me, Little Dingus and Incarnate, as well as everyone who's been contributing to the overall betterment of the run, including Burb, SBD Wolf, and Lucha Jim. So without further ado, let's get into the run. So if you're using Live Split, you can use a -7 on this new game button click, or you can just use or start the split as soon as Richter begins moving. We are going to be doing the any % run, which means we will be going into the Catacomb shortcut. So we will not be doing best ending today, but maybe at a later date. Alright, so without further ado, let's talk about the run. So this is a probably around, as I said, about 14-15 minute run. 20 if you're just getting started with the run, or even 25. But it's a lot of fun, and the controls are pretty basic. It's not like Castlevania 4. You have your walk, you have your jump, you have your backflip, and you have your whip, and your sub-items. That's pretty much it. But there are some nuances to that. So we have Richter's walk, which is not so great. His best form of movement, RTA, is by doing jumping. And each one of these jumps saves about 1/3 of a second compared to just walking it. If you are a TAS, however, there's actually a even faster form of movement, and that is in the form of min-height backflips. So to perform a backflip, it's going to be the jump button followed by the jump button. Between 0 and 13 or 1 and 13 frames after the initial jump, you can kind of control the height of that backflip. So you can kind of see this is pretty low, and the way I'm doing these min-height backflips is that I am using 2 thumbs on the same button to try to simulate 2 button presses at the same time. Doing that with a single thumb is quite difficult. And then there's the max height backflip where you jump and then just wait a little bit. So you can see the big difference in height there. So normally you don't want to do just raw backflips, because you have this little bit of a slide at the end, which makes it so that you don't have you can't do anything in that situation. So most people will whip cancel for those backflips. One other thing that you can do is you can quickly change direction with your backflips by just doing jump and then direction plus, or jump plus direction plus jump. And that's how you can kind of do this kind of thing. This is a good way to practice your backflips. Okay. The other thing which I failed to mention, so there's your normal jumps, and then you actually have neutral jumps, but you can actually control which direction Richter goes. It's about half the distance as a regular jump, and this is used in a couple of places throughout the run. Okay. A couple other nuances. So you have your sub items. This is still going to be up and B in this case, but in this game, it's the one real improvement that they have over a lot of the other Castlevania games is that you can switch your sub-weapons out, which is nice. So let's talk about our sub-weapons. In this game, you won't have a multiplier to determine how many sub-weapons you can have on screen. It's going to be your heart count. So if you have less than 20, you can only have 1 sub-item on the screen. If you have less than 30, you can have 2, and then if you have more than 30, you can have 3. This is going to come into play a lot more when we're dealing with Dracula, And we're going to be picking up a lot of parts throughout the run as our ammunition. Okay, next thing to talk about are these stairs. And stairs in this game are pretty good compared to a lot of the other Castlevania stairs. You can jump on them, and you can also jump off of them, which is a big improvement, in my opinion. One thing, though, that has changed since, I think it was 2019, is, and the person who pioneered this was SPD Wolf, was if you whip on the stairs, you save about 1/10 of a second, or 10 frames, or around 8 to 10, or, yeah, 6 frames, versus just going on the stairs. And if you go with a backup on the stairs, you save even more time, as you can react right away. So we're going to be doing this a lot throughout the run. You can save about 4 seconds this way, I would say. Other thing is if you are falling from a great height, you can whip cancel to stop that lousy falling animation. That saves about 1/3 of a second. If you do a item crash using X, and each item has a different type of attack, which we're going to be using throughout the run, you can also whip cancel that as well to save a couple of frames. One thing about the whip which I'd like to talk about is its hitbox. So this is a nice frame here, where we can see that Richter has the whip stretched out. So the whip's hitbox actually is above his head, which is pretty nice. And it also has a really good reach, like all the other vampire killer whips in the series. You can also do a double whip in the air, which is sometimes good against Dracula. And a couple of other places as a backup. But I think we have enough knowledge to kind of go through. One other thing which I guess I would like to mention early on here is the transitions of these screens. If you are not on the ground, you do not transition. If you are in a slide animation, you do not transition. If you are throwing an axe, you can transition. Sub-item, you can transition. If you are whipping, you can transition. So a lot of the ways that we are going to be finishing the screens is by jumping, by backflipping with whip, or walking it out. We will try to be making it so that we do not jump towards the end or are backflipping, because we have to wait until we actually hit the ground before we can progress. But I think that's enough knowledge to get us started. Let us get into 1-1, and let's start actually with the run. So we're gonna mash through the map, and then we're gonna just jump, 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 whip, jump, 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 whip, jump, jump, and no, it was not a PB and a bit of a welcome. It's going pretty okay. I think the daughter is now asleep again, so we have a chance to talk about the tutorial. So here, you can there's actually a place where you'll get stuck in the stairs. So we do not want to do that. So that's where we're gonna have to fix our jumping just a little bit. So it's gonna be jump, 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 jump. You can see how many jumps are just chaining here. I'm just chaining jumps, and I walk a little bit, jump, jump, flip, jump, and we're through. Add one more jump and you're done with the screen. Now, the second screen is very tough, but I absolutely recommend learning this way of doing it. This is an advanced way of doing it. Is not the absolute fastest, but it is pretty darn good. So we're gonna do it step by step. We're gonna jump into the door. So as soon as Richter's head enters the window, we are going to be doing a backflip onto the stairs. This backflip needs to be a max height backflip. You want to get a little bit higher than this, but that's actually pretty good. So I think it was around here. You want to get on the stairs. Let's just do that real close one more time. So I think we're aiming for about here. Yep, so that's about right. And then you can do another kind of max height backflip. So we overshot that, which is fine. So you want to just walk a little bit forward. You want to have Richter's back foot to be flush over the stair. That's my visual cue in order to get this bat boost. So jump forward, grab the bat boost, and then we're gonna neutral jump forward to the right, and then backflip here with the whip cancel. Jump, whip cancel, grab the boost, jump, backflip whip, and you're here. So seeing that all at once, it's gonna look like this. Walk in, backflip, good pixel, neutral jump backwards. Get back on there, and then backflip. This is very difficult. Absolutely very difficult, but I absolutely do recommend learning doing it this way, rather than just doing jumps. If you have any trouble with this way of doing it, Dan Carnate has a video that also has a way of doing this screen. This is probably one of the hardest screens in the entire game. And you're looking to get probably around a 24 by the time you're done with this screen. Sometimes a 23 if you get the ideal level first two screens. Okay, next screen's much easier. So here, we're gonna jump right away, or jump, back whip, and then we're gonna be doing something called the moon hopping, where if you're holding the whip, you're locked into a position, and that's gonna make it so that the Medusas will not deal with you. Hey, there's a Medusa, because we failed the whole jump. With that, grab the 5 hearts, and then we're gonna do one more jump, and then we're through the screen. Okay. So for this next screen, we're gonna go, basically we're gonna walk until we actually hit on the stairs. Then we're gonna jump, whip, cancel, jump. Then we're going to take this boost off the skeleton by having our foot just flush over the crack. Jump, whip, jump, and done. So what that's gonna look like is this. So walk a little bit, jump, whip, jump, take the boost, jump, heart, done. Okay. Moving on to this next part, this screen, 1-5. It's a lot of jumping. There's just a ton of it. So jump, wait. We're gonna get a, let me jump, and then we're gonna jump right here. That's my visual cue, this crack. So we get the zombie boost. And the reason why we're taking all of these boosts is at the end of each level, there's gonna be a countdown. So we can save a couple of frames this way. And then immediately jump, whip on the descent if you miss it. You're gonna want the cross. This cross is going to be incredibly important for the first and second bosses. Jump again, whip, jump, walk a little bit, jump, whip, walk to the edge, jump, whip, jump, walk it off. So here in this screen, it's very possible that you are going to fall into a pit. Happens to absolutely everyone, especially if you're playing on emulator, where there's a little bit more lag. But just get your jumps and your walks together and you'll be just fine. Okay, so here in the this part before Cerberus, you can jump, whip, and grab that heart without dealing with the falling animations. Walk a little bit to grab this one little heart. You're gonna have to walk a little bit anyways. Jump, whip, jump. Cancel the fall animation, and then as soon as Cerberus is pretty much with Richter here, Cerberus is going to be kind of like a diagonal right. That's when you're going to do your item crash by clicking the X button. This was a little bit early, so we had to do a backup kill, but let's do it the right way. Oh, and I did forget to mention one thing. There is safety meat here. for a marathon. So 1, 2. I'm just gonna try to get the frame. I think it's like right here. This looks mostly alright. Oops, I guess I lost the save state. Can't blame ST2 SNES, the save state 2 SNES too much. We'll get it right though. Okay. Walk a little bit. Grab the heart. 2, 3. So jump if you are right on time. That's kind of what it's gonna look like. There we go. Good. Not going to be too detailed. There's the wiki. If you're too early, like this, you can whip once. And you can finish him off. If you're too late, you're just going to get hit. But after dealing with Cerberus, you're just waiting a little bit for him to come back on screen. You'll get the first orb of 7 with your backflip. So here's your stage screen, end of stage, and we're moving on to 2. So in 2, we're going to jump whip, walk a little bit to kill that fishman, jump whip, jump whip, jump whip. And here you can do 2 different things. You can just go to the middle, jump whip, get the 5 hearts. Otherwise, if you want to, you can just grab both for 6 hearts. Yeah, it's definitely a Jaguar animation. So the easiest way of dealing with the crumbling bridge coming up is to jump, whip, cancel, jump, cross, jump, cross, jump, cross, jump, walk a little bit, jump, bump, jump, and jump. And you want to get as far right as you possibly can on the bridge so that we're reducing the amount of walking animation for a Richter. Okay, a different way you can do this is jump, whip, jump, oops, sorry, jump, whip, 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 jump, bump, jump, and jump. And this saves a couple of hearts. Okay, so this one coming up, we're just gonna do more jump, whip, jump, whip, jump, whip, jump, whip, grab the heart, walk. As soon as you're falling, oh, forgot there's one more jump, whip, jump, whip, jump, whip, jump, whip, grab the heart, 1, 2, as you're falling, use the cross, jump, whip, jump, walk a little bit, jump, whip, jump, whip, yeah. Yes, we are doing bad ending, which is the any percent route. That's pretty simple. It flows very nicely. Okay. Moving on to this next room, same thing. We're going to be jump, whip, grab the heart, jump, whip, grab the 5 hearts. You can take the boost here, grab the heart. This is how I like, oopsies. Whoops. That's not right. That's not right. One more time. Yeah, right? Yeah, we're not saving the neck today. Jump. Whip, jump, whip. Alright, jump, grab that. And this is how I like to do it. Just backflip and backflip. Very safe. There are faster ways of doing that, and those are on the wiki. Indeed. So there's faster ways of doing this particular room. Absolutely would recommend taking a look at the wiki for that one. So moving on to this next room, which is 2-4. You're wrong, Freeland. It's there. It's gonna be in the tutorial. All right, in this room we're gonna do jump, 3, And this is where we're gonna want to walk a little bit forward. This is gonna manipulate the spear guard in a nice way for us. And then we're gonna do a back whip, hold the jump button, and then you should be able to get the boost. So 1, 2, 3, walk a little bit forward, grab the boost. This is very consistent, and this is what SPD Wolf calls the croonin boost, because it is that good. This is the fastest way of doing this room. I don't think there's going to be a faster way of doing it RTM. So jump, 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 wait, go a little forward, get the boost, and you're done. Neutral jump with the whip, and you're set. Alright, next room. So there's a couple ways of doing this room. Ideally, we're going to be jumping first frame. We're not going to walk at all. We're just going to do jump, jump. And that means we're going to get hit by that little dog here. And he only does half the amount of damage as if we were to take a hit off of this lovely skeleton Richard character. So that's the ideal here. And then you'll be able to do a whip, grab the knee and the heart to make this fight coming up very easily. Very easy. If you are confident in the bat fight, you can also just avoid the health drop. Yeah, Richard. The other thing you can do is, this is for the backup, if you fail to get 2 jumps in a row, you can go for old strats, walk a little bit, and then backflip. So those are the 3 ways of doing that room. Okay, moving on to the big bat. For an advanced strat where you're trying to get a 14 or 15, there is no need to look into the new, faster way of doing the bat fight. It's 1.5 seconds, but it's much more difficult. So I will definitely recommend to just do the old strats for it, and I'll show that one here. So it's going to be jump, whip, cancel. We're going to get Richter's back foot to be kind of aligned with this line on the platform. We're going to throw 3 crosses. 1, 2, 3 whips, jump, 2 crosses, get back on the edge. As soon as the bat is about to reform, throw some crosses and some whips. As soon as the bat's ascending, then use your item crash and use an item crash again. As soon as and we'll do it one more time. So jump, whip, cancel. Get to pixel, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Jump, 2 crosses, get to the edge. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Item crash, and it's gone. This is very easy, very consistent, and that's why I would recommend using this one. So this is 1, 2. Let's see if I can get the orb. So it's gonna be 1, 2, 3. Whip, backflip. We're gonna be using this in a couple places, so it's gonna be whip, jump, 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 whip, backflip. That's how you're gonna get. So that's what happens as soon as the orb is available. 1, 2, 3, whip, backflip. That's the swag orb, absolutely required. All right, level 3. So there's a new discovery on this screen, a couple of them. So first we'll do it the old way, where we'd whip cancel here, jump, 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 jump. Max height backflip whip, max height backflip whip. These are pretty tough, but luckily this is a really good place to learn to do max height backflips. So max height, whip, whip, jump. And this is the old strat, so you would go here, you take the boost, and you'd go through. So there's a couple of new things here. And if you're down hearts for whatever reason, there is a 5 heart right here. That's not too far out of the way. But this is some new strats. So you can jump, jump, cancel, jump, jump. We're going to be going over to this line and then jumping onto here and then backflipping. Doing a max height backflip. And you can even get, with a better backflip, you can even get over here with your backflip. Let's try getting that once. jump, jump, whip, jump, 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 walk. There it is. So backflip, 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 jump. So here, this is gonna, if you can get a kind of a min height backflip here, not completely min, then you can get, we can do another new strat, which I think saves about a second or so. So that's kind of where you want to be. So we're gonna do jump, whip, cancel, go up a couple stairs, max height backflip, and then you can actually get rid of those flames. You do not need to take a damage boost. So from the very beginning of the stage, let's do it with all of the new advanced strats. And we'll get rid of the pointer. So jump, jump, with cancel, jump, 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 walk to the point, jump. Oops, a little slow. Jump, jump, whip, jump, jump, jump. Jump, max height backflip, 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 backflip. Another backflip, walk. F2, hold the whip button so you don't have to deal with Medusa head. Jump, jump. Okay, next room. If you jump right away with the whip, then you can grab these 5 hearts. If you go at all forward, you're gonna miss it. So getting these 5 hearts is nice. And then you can do a backflip on here, and another backflip. That second backflip can sometimes be kind of hard. So if you want to substitute that, you can just use a jump instead. So jump, whip, backflip, get to the edge and jump over the knight, fall down, whip cancel the fall. And then there's a couple ways of dealing with this lovely little spear knight. So let's get those 5 hearts. Oops. Walk to the edge. One more time. Grab 5 hearts. Good backflip. Jump to the edge. That's our season. Cancel. Save. So sometimes, so there's a couple of ways that we're going to deal with these spear guards. Or spear knights. If this guy's right on top of you and this guy's closer to you, you can actually boost through him. So I'm gonna try to get that that set up. So you can see that you can get through him. The other way that we can get through him is if you whip, you can force him to do a slash, and that also gets you where you want to go really fast. So those are the 2 main ways. There's another way that you could potentially get to get this. This is a little bit harder because this requires kind of sliding into his hitbox. Because the one thing I forgot to mention is if you are crouching, you do not get knocked back in this game. But this is very, very tough. So the best way to do it is probably just have him do the spin move, and then walk into him. Sometimes you'll get that boost if you will get no boost if you're too close. But you can see that gets you really right where you want to be. There's also meat here if you need it. It's very quick. And if you need even more meat, you can go up and down the stairs to get more meat. Anyways. Alright, moving on to the next room. You can do a backflip there if you're feeling confident. You can also drop down. And then you're going to be holding left to deal with these bats. So bats would normally come to the right and you'd have to whip them down. But luckily you don't have to really do that. You can grab the dagger here. Kill this fishman. So we're going to do the old strat the easy way first. So jump on here, use the knives, kill that guy, do a backflip backwards. One thing I forgot to mention. So you can't, there is invisible, basically walls at the top of the ceiling. So you can't actually make yourself go faster. So that's one thing there. So if you are feeling confident in your abilities to do frame perfect tricks, there is a 6-second time save here that you can do with a pixel perfect-ish. You have 2 pixels really that you can do it from. And it's frame perfect because you do need a max height backflip. And that's kind of what it looks like. So this is very, very tough. I don't know how I got it first try, but that's how it goes. This takes a lot of practice. But I can at least show you the pixel that I use for this. So you can kind of see how there's this little L in the center here. I try to line that up with Richter's kind of this toe. There's a little line that differs the front of the foot and the back of the foot. So that's how I get the pixel. And then I'll wait until the bat reaches about here to do that max height backflip. And iframes are clearly a luxury here. So this is incredibly tough. If you have a pretty slow run and you want to save 6 seconds or so, that's a good way to do this. I would say that if you want to get this for like a low 14, this is also, I would say this is, if you're not on a good pace up to this point, this is a good way to save time. Otherwise, don't even worry about it. And as everything else, there's more information on the wiki to get this bat boost. Okay. All right, so jump here, jump. So there's jump. And then you can actually backflip through the skeletons. If you just jump here and you're too early, you'll fall into the skeleton. So you gotta walk at least a little bit, and you don't want to be, and you want to be basically have Richter's foot flush over his front foot, flush over this line when you do your jumps. Otherwise, you will make it so that this block no longer has collision, and you'll have to backflip on top of it. So you want to make sure that you're a good chunk off of it. I would say even like over to here with your front foot. And you can do your min-height backflip into the pillar, and you're through. Grab the 5 hearts, and I would even recommend, if you want to, if you're low, to grab even more hearts there. Okay, but that's the end of level 3. We're moving on to level 4. So that is that's their place where if you wanted to go for the best ending or good ending, you would go to the left. But here in level 4, we are going to have to whip cancel right away. There's 5 hearts here that you could grab. Gonna whip that skeleton, jump, 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 whip, jump, jump. Here we want to walk a little bit further and whip cancel, killing the skeleton at the same time. And now this jump is very tough. This jump, you have to be at the very, very edge with your back foot. Yeah. If you do fail this, you can always do a backflip to get on top, or go for this again. But this is a very tough jump. Maybe you have 5 frames to do it. But then you can just jump twice, and you're through. Just one more time from the top of this level, this screen. That's what the alternate 4 looks like. One day, maybe. Alright. So, whip cancel. Jump, whip, whip, jump, jump. Grab the 5 hearts if you need to. Kill the skeleton, jump, jump, jump. All these are chained together. First time I'm walking until I'm over the platform, jump, whip. Walk a little bit until you're over the platform, jump, jump. This is also a pretty tough screen. Alright, next screen. First we're going to do the basic strat. Jump, whip there. Ask that guy a question. Kill that skeleton. backflip over Red Knight, and you're through. But there's actually a skip now that we do here. So you can jump, whip, jump, grab the axe, use an item crash, and then you can use that. This saves about 4 seconds. So definitely worth doing. Next section, we're gonna do jump, whip, jump. We're holding back in order to deal with the bats. Throw an axe to deal with the bat there. So jump. And then jump there. That was way too quick. Let's try one more time to explain everything as we go along. A lot of these screens are definitely very flowy with the jumps. So 1, 2, 3, jump, whip, backwards, jump, hold, go a little bit forward, get another jump in, jump, back flip, jump, whip, cancel, jump, throw the axe, jump, whip, back flip. So it's very flowy, but there's not much to it. Alright, next screen. We have this orange skull. 3. You can do 4, walk a little bit backwards, and then do a backflip over it. And then just continue jumping through the rest of the screen. You could also do 3 instead. 1, 2, 3, walk it off. Backflip over, jump, whip, and then just keep on jumping through again. So this is a very easy screen. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can even get over that skeleton without taking damage sometimes. Alright, next screen. We're gonna do jump, whip, jump. As soon as we're not fully over, we don't want to do the whip at the top of our jump. We actually want to do it somewhat towards the end. And this will act as a buffer so that we can jump over this bat. So this is gonna despawn. So if we do this screen normally, what would it? I don't even remember what it looks like. I think it was like this. So you get the Mudmen, you have to deal with the random item drop. You're stuck in the mud, this is a really difficult, a really annoying part. So if you do jump, whip, cancel as a buffer, and then take the spike boost, you don't have to deal with those Mudmen. So that's how you should definitely handle this first part. And then for the second part, depending on how much health you have, is how many times you can spike boost and Mudman boost. So here I could have taken maybe a spike boost there. I think I would die. Oh no, I would have health. But this part is really all depends on how much health that you have. So you're just gonna have to learn how to gauge it. So you can take a spike boost. You can also get a Mudman boost there. And then you can take another spike boost there, kill the bat, and you can get the hearts. In a marathon setting, you can grab this meat if you want to. One more time from here. So fall in. You still want to be jumping here. It does save a third of a second still, even though it doesn't necessarily look that way. Just gotta be cognizant of the spikes. And sometimes you'll get a double Mudman boost, which is no bueno. But that's really it for this screen. So it really depends on how much health you have. And try to get that despawn at the very beginning with the bat boost. Okay, there's a new way of doing this screen. Jump, whip, walk a little bit, jump, throw the axe, jump, you're done. This is about a half second faster than if you went like this, because you have to walk all the way to the edge. So it's going to be jump, axe. Oh right, and there's the cross if you need it. It's stuck in the ceiling. Okay, level 4 boss. This is Shaft 0, because Diet Shaft was already taken in Bloodlines. And also, he is going to do absolutely nothing if we do everything right. So, first try to get to the middle of the screen as quickly as possible. And then holding up. Once his health value is about 3/4 of the way. I think it's about. We're gonna throw an axe, and as soon as you hear the hit sound, you're gonna do a jump axe, and just do this a few times, then he'll go down. And then you can get into the corner, and we're just gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And sometimes those axes can even double hit. Take the damage. 1, 2, 3. Done. Almost was right. Almost right with the buffer. You have to be a little bit slower than that. But he's a fairly easy boss. Alright, moving on to 5. So, this saves about 7 seconds, this trick. To do an item crash, and then to get up here. So, there's a couple ways of doing it. Also, probably best track in the game, or one of. But it also has the highest RNG in the game, Stage 5 does. You can also do it right away, whip cancel, and then get back into position. This I feel is a little bit harder, and it actually doesn't save that much time. But that's another way you could do it, but I prefer just walk up, do the item crash, drop down, do the backflip. Max hit, height backflip, do the whip cancel, and we're moving on to Fleeman Alley. So this Fleeman Alley, you do not want to jump right away. But sometimes, you look at that low pattern. Give me a low pattern. But there's some Fleemen in the screen that are always going to be there, like right there. So you definitely want to walk a little bit, gauge your self. These two Fleemen are always there. This Fleeman will always be there. Now it's random for a little bit. This Fleeman will always be there. That Fleeman will always be there. This one's random. And then there's 3 at the end here, which you're going to want to deal with using the axe as well. You do not want to take damage in this area. And then this Fleeman will always be there. Absolutely. This is a lot of just understanding the Fleeman movements and just going through this enough time to kind of understand how this screen will happen. But some of them will always appear in the same places. Like these 3 will always appear in the same spots. This Fleeman at the end will always be there. But this screen definitely requires a lot of practice to do both efficiently and quickly. Grab that 5 hearts. Kill this Fleeman. And then here, you want to be... You can, I think, about here? Yeah, so you can do a backflip, max backflip, height backflip from even here. And then you can get all the way to the top. So you do not need to jump. It's just a 2 very quick motion. And this saves a good chunk of time. Otherwise, when jumping, you know. Yo, Chief, welcome. And good evening. So, max height backflip, we're through. Alright, next run. This is a fun climb coming up. So, jump, kill the bird. Backflip, jump, wait, and then you can actually backflip on top of this, this pillar coming up. This is about a 2 or 3 frame window, but you can save about 2.5 seconds off of it, which is pretty cool. And then flip into, you can, actually, yeah, this game is, incredibly expensive. I'm really happy that it's not on the advanced collection now. So jump. Good, get on top. Go here. And then you can flip all the way up here and do another max height backflip. And that's like the ideal way to do it. So what happens if you miss this initial backflip? Then you can go grab the holy water if you want to for the next screen. Just wait a little bit. You're gonna lose time naturally. But that one's not that bad. It's also very possible that one of the candles down here will despawn and lose you 5 hearts, but you should be fine for ammunition throughout the part. So, one more time. Jump, axe. You missed it, so that's okay. We'll kill the bird. Grab the 5 hearts. Wait a little bit. Clip through one of the walls, and you're good. Alright, this next screen is very tough. So walk a little bit, whip, 1, and you want to whip 5 times. So just a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I walk till about here. That's kind of my indicator, using these rectangles in the background. Messed it up a little bit. Get back. And walk into the wall. Whip to get this guy to do the spin move, and then he'll always do the boost. This saves about 1 minute and 40 seconds in the run. So let's start from the beginning here. So, walk a little bit, whip, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, walk a little bit forward, wait until that spawns about, jump, whip it, 1, 2, 3, 4, whip, grab the boost. There's actually a faster way to do this, but it's very tough. But you need to get a good pattern, and you also need to get your sub items in check. This is another thing that will be on the wiki, but I think for a 14 or 15, this is fine. There's also a different pattern, like a worse pattern. You can also take a look at the wiki for this one. Use the stall to kind of get a boost. But here is one instance in the run you do not want to do a jump whip, because you'll most likely get hit on the stairs. So, and you want to keep your health. Alright, there's a lot of different ways to do this room. Let's do the easy way first. So we're just going to jump, 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 jump. We're going to do 3 whips here. Jump, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Just get rid of them. Nice. Jump, jump, jump. Walk to the edge. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Walk to the edge. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. If he does that, it's fine. You can just use the stopwatch if he does it that way. Slow down the axe. Just grab all the hearts. We're going to use the stopwatch on the wolf. Okay, next part. Next level of toughness. So, we're going to do the same thing as before. So, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Jump. Wait to the edge. Jump over this guy. Grab the stopwatch and go forward. That's level 2. And this is level 3. You're going to whip, jump over, backflip over, and go through. Oopsies. This is hard. And he already threw an axe he wasn't supposed to, but I digress. It's something like this. You can see this one on the wiki as well. And it's also, I think it's both in mine and SPD Wolf's TPs. So that backflip is very tough. And there's a lot of things that need to go right here. This is definitely not an easy strat. And I'm only including it here because if you're downtime, you might be able to salvage something from that. I think it saves about 3 seconds, which is pretty good. Alright, my favorite part, this is the werewolf. This is with the Krunen stopwatch strat. My visual cue to get started is as soon as the wolf looks like this, where he's about to pounce, that's when we're gonna get our stopwatch started. And then we're gonna try to get him into a stun lock. Just do as much damage as we can. If you have to, just use another stopwatch, and that'll do just fine. But he's pretty tame now. Let's see if we can get a better stun lock. So the goal is to really get him inside the circle. So right here he's inside the circle, but he walked out of the circle. So one more time. Let's see if we can get him inside the circle. Let's see if we can get a good stun lock here. There we go. So that's kind of what you're looking for. Take the damage, and that's werewolf. Ideally, you can get him with one stopwatch and he'll just go down. And it'll be faster than the axes ever were. Alright, next, we're just gonna get in that backflip board. Alright. So next room. If you jump, you will just die. And that happens to everyone. Absolutely everyone. So you do need to lose a couple of frames here by walking. I usually do it after the first jump. So I'll jump, stutter step, jump, grab the heart, jump, backflip. That's this room. Alright, next room. Just don't jump. Oh, why did I jump? You can see there's a lot of easy ways that they try to kill you in 6. So you gotta walk a little bit forward here, jump. And this is how I do it. Jump, kill the bird, jump, kill this bird, and then ride the flame. And that's the fastest way to do that screen. Alright, other ways to do this screen. You can do backwhip, which is pretty good. Then backflip over here. You can take a hit, kill this bird. Just take the boost. Some other ways people have dealt with this room is by doing stopwatch to slow things down. A more extreme way that I've seen people do this room is just do the stopwatch, which causes a ton of lag. I cannot recommend that one, but there's a lot of different ways of doing it. I choose one of those. There's also another way that I think Numbers handles this room. If they don't want to deal with this at all, is they'll just stay here, wait for the birds, and they'll just go off screen. That'll be a very good damageless strat, but max height backflip to get the axe knight boost and you're set. Alright, this room. If you're very fast, you can do jump. Jump. And you're already through. Normally you're supposed to go all the way to the right there. But I like to just go to the edge and wait until my foot is completely flush over the floor. And then go up that way. Alright, next room. This is also a new easy strat for people. Use the stopwatch on the ground, do a back... bleh. I can't talk fast enough. So, stopwatch, jump, backflip, jump, backflip, These have to be max height backflips too. So max height backflip. Get on top, max height backflip. Max height backflip, max height backflip, max height backflip. Jump. Max height backflip, jump, jump. So, let's break that down. So you activate the stopwatch. Jump. Max height backflip. Jump. Max height backflip. Max height backflip. Max height backflip. Max height backflip. If you don't get the backflip, this is the backup. You're gonna just go take a damage boost, backflip back onto the board, jump, backflip, in there. Okay, so how hard is this? This part's pretty easy. This part, with this triple backflip, is incredibly hard. This is something that was found by Bird, and it is super duper tough. But you can try and get a visual cue with Richter's feet. He'll be on these cogs. You have this kind of like moving gear. That's my visual cue of where to start it from. And then after that, it's just yelling. After you do backflips for a while, it eventually gets easier. One thing that makes this easier, the second one, is that you actually go up a step before doing the next backflip. That makes it a little bit easier. But this is really tough. So, don't need that for the 14 or 15 even. Alright, next room. So jump, 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 whip. Oh. Jump, 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 whip, jump, double whip, jump, go forward, jump, go forward, do a backflip if you have the health, and go through. If you don't have a lot of health for this screen, then you're going to want to jump, 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 whip, jump, double whip, jump, neutral jump forward, whip, wait, backflip over that guy. Alright, so that's room 3 came. Alright, this room. There are a million ways of doing this room. This is the way I like to do it. Jump onto the stairs, backflip, jump, 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 grab the axe. There's a way to get onto the cog, which you're not supposed to. Grab the meat if you want to. And then, over here, for this jump, I like having Richter's fist just pointing at the line for this this portion, and then wait for his shoulder to be about here with the gear. So jump, backflip, jump whip, grab the axe. You can do a max height backflip and actually get this cycle too. So let's just show the god climb first. Mine is, created by the Medusa. So that's the god climb, as we call it now. But let's show the backups. So jump, backflip, jump, jump, grab the axe. Down the cog. If you can't get that, just go around. If you need the health, grab the health. And then you could even do a backflip even there. An old strat was using an item crash to get up here. And then you could use that to get up here. There's a lot of ways to do it. But let's kind of talk about the details, at least for this cog. So my visual cue here, this is one of those weird instances where you are doing a jump and you're kind of doing a neutral jump and then going forward in the air. So that's something here. So it's neutral jump and then go to the right. once you're like fully in the air. That's how you're gonna get this cog. It saves a good couple seconds because you can also get all the cycles. And then you could also go this. Whoops. And kind of need the axe, huh? Go around here. And then you can, obviously you can grab the meat with this side. If you want to go up this side, you can. This is also like max height backflip territory. So there's a lot of ways to do it. If you can grab that gear, that's great. And then here, that's not too bad. There's also faster ways to do that last gear by doing a whip, by canceling your backflip animation by being with the whip, but we don't worry about that too much. So let's move on to the next room. So if you have enough hearts, just grab these couple and then backflip on top. If you do not have enough, whip and grab all the hearts. Those are the two ways of doing it. Alright, let's fight. We're gonna grab the 5 hearts that appear right away here on the right. And then we're gonna actually get Richter's foot, not quite touching Annette's. And then you can get 2 axes in, potentially for this hit. And then you're really just gonna have to follow what I do because it's really hard to explain this fight. But you just want to stay on Carmilla best you can. It's really not much to it. Basically just jumping backwards with your sub weapon. I'll show it one more time. I'll try to get the double axe strat. There it is. That's the double axe strat. So just stay on her. Don't mess it up, but it's still gonna be pretty fast. And then just don't move when she's dying because of the lag. Take the damage. And then just do another max height backflip to get the orb. Final orb before the final stage. Okay. Alright. So stage 7. Jump, 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 whip, jump, whip, jump, whip, walk. That's it. Next screen. Jump, whip, jump, whip, jump, whip, walk a little bit, jump, jump. Another very easy screen. Jump, whip, jump, whip, jump, whip. Through. Next part. Jump, backflip, jump, whip, go through the pillars. So jump, backflip, jump, whip that behind you, whip cancel, and then through. One more time, last time. Jump, backflip, behind you, mid-height backflip, and go through. Jump, jump, grab the meat. You can walk if you want to. You don't have to. And you should be able to get the meat. One interesting thing to note about this screen is that there's a candle there. So if you need hearts, there are 2 5 birds in this screen. But ideally you'll have enough hearts already at this point. So right away, just drop. Wait for the full animation of the drop to go through before doing the whip cancel, and then you'll be able to get this boost through the werewolf. next screen is a little bit of RNG. You want to get this gear guard to comply. He's not complying. You want to get a max height backflip here. And then you'll be able to skip a cycle. This is pretty tough, but it saves 3 seconds. And it's also RNG dependent. So you gotta wait until the platform's really far up. This is about when it's slowing down, which is about here. And then you need the Axe Knight to comply. And then you can do this. So it's gonna be 1, 2, 3, walk it off, backflip on. Then just go through. So, 1, 2, 3, walk, back. Sometimes you won't get that Medusa pattern though. You gotta have the same movement every time. Walk forward. If you walk forward on this platform, it will actually get the AI of the Axe Knight to move backwards to make this a little bit easier. There's a number of different ways of doing this trick as well, with some which are more consistent, some which are faster, all of which are on the wiki. So definitely worth checking out there. And you can even take that axe boost, you know. Here, we have all the sub-weapons in the world. We're just gonna grab as many hearts as we need, and we're at 99 because we're just taking all the hearts we need. Alright, so now Dracula. There are 8 pillars for Dracula. You can pair on any of them. We're gonna be using the strats that SPD Wolf came up with, where we're gonna be on the edge of this platform, so we can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which will be over here. And we'll even be able to hit a 7th on the left side with this strat. In addition, we'll be doing some buffer strats so that we can know when Dracula's going to spawn. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we're going to jump back. And you should be able to get a couple actions in. These are pretty tough patterns to deal with. We go through all of them on the wiki. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's on top of me, so go to the left. 1, 2, 3. You should be able to get 3 actions on him. Neutral jump forward in this pattern. You hope to get a couple times, but that one's really tough. This one you gotta walk forward a little bit after that's 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Triple hit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just walk a little bit to the left and then use 3 axes. 1, 2, 3. Same thing. So the patterns that are on... Well, let me just go over the patterns real quick. So if he's on top of us, we can just do axes 3 at a time. If he is on this left pattern, it's gonna be like this. On the right, on this pillar. Okay, let's just go by pillar. I'm gonna use it as an example. So if we want to hit this pillar, it's gonna be neutral jump forward with axes towards the end of Richter's jump, and you have to react very quickly. It's gonna look like this. So you get the 3, which is very tough. For the next one, to the right of that one, all that you'll need to do is walk a little bit to the right, and 1, 2, 3. The next pillar is this pillar. For this pillar, you're going to do a jump back, walk forward 2 axes. For this next pillar, if he's on top of you, you can jump backwards 1, 2, 3. if you can, if he's on the one behind, then you'll just do jump, 1, 2, 3. And if he's on the far one, you're going to do this. You're going to do walk a little bit forward, 1, 2. And this is really tough. This just takes a lot of practice. But we went through all of the patterns, so let's see how my Dracula fight goes. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Get him with 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's good. 1, 2, 3, 4. Troll spawn. Cannot get him if it's on the far left. Another troll spawn. Now he's gonna do meatballs. One, 2, 3. Walk forward. Okay. And then when you're in the Cookie Monster, the only thing I recommend to do is get onto the edge of a platform so that if he uses his flame attack and you miss, and you get hit, then you will not, die. Crouch cancel the damage. That. Sorry. There's also meat here as well if you want to get that. It restores half your health. Yeah, this is just RNG. Agreed, Freeland. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 3 axes. Good. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 2, that's fine. 1, 2, 3. I'm slow. Still down with 2 axes though. Alright, and then Cookie Monster. You can hit him as soon as, even with the white on the screen. And then just relax at him. You want him to stay up in the air as much as possible. And if you don't have enough hearts, you can sometimes do double whip on him. But he's pretty easy. And to end it, you gotta do 1, 2, 3, whip, backflip. Always gotta do that. Okay, so I know that was a little bit rushed. Didn't go too much into super details. My assumption is that people have already kind of run through the game at least once casually, so they have some knowledge of the game. But yeah, this is more of an advanced tutorial. You kind of just gotta go with it. At least the strats are pretty sound for like getting a 15-minute or 14-minute time with this kind of run. If you want to get in the sub-14s, then the wiki is the best way to go, and also looking at Wolf's and my PB and even like Agent Wyverns, because all 3 of ours are pretty good. They have potential for at least sub-14 as of this date that the tutorial was made. But yeah, if you have any questions about it, you can go into the Castlevania Discord. You can definitely ping me on Discord as well, or hit me up on Twitch or any other places. But just wanted to get at least some more information out there as what I think what a 15-minute or 14-minute time should look like. Also did a run a little bit earlier today, which was the 1452 with outrageously bad RNG. I'll also highlight that one so that will serve as a pretty good example of what people can hope to achieve.